What's up, kids?
Let's go.
Welcome back to Snackcast.
This is cool.
Yesterday, we wrapped up kind of the vitamins and minerals thing. And
That's describing it.
we kind of were like, where do we go from here? And I think I said to Kevin, I said, one of the things that we throw around, and not just we, but gets thrown around a lot, is antioxidants and antioxidant rich, and even some of these vitamins and minerals that we're supposed to. So we thought, well, let's take a deep dive. What is an antioxidant? And I think it kind of took us further than we expected. Right.
Yeah,
so
it was all kinds of different directions,
So again, for the viewer, we decide what the topic's going to be, but we go separate directions. We do not research together. And this was kind of multi-layered. So it's going to be interesting to, find out. So you want to start by
I hate ever describing, they say don't, give a definition with a definition. I mean, this is like one of those things, right? In order to understand antioxidants, you have to understand free radicals.
Agreed. And I thought it was going to be a whole separate Snackcast, but
right.
I think you're right.
So free radicals, and then again, you have to go back to science, right? Grade school science, and you have to understand an atom, right? So an atom, you have your protons and neutrons, and then you have your electrons on the outside. And a free radical has an imbalance of electrons, meaning they'll have one electron, and they will imagine it being like the old gravitron wheel at the fair, right? And this thing is spinning, and it's because it's not balanced, it's spinning all over the place, right? So it's imbalanced. So that's all you have to take from this.
Unhappy, imbalanced.
Right. So a antioxidant comes in, and an antioxidant actually donates a electron to the free radical, which makes it then stable. So you have this unstable atom with imbalance of electrons, and here comes the friendly. I mean, this is like society, right? You got a buddy in need, and you give him.
It's like giving change to the guy on the corner at the red light.
The more we find out about this world, the more amazing it is, right? So you have this antioxidant comes along and it goes, here, I got an extra electron you can have.
Makes the free radical happy, stabilizes the environment,
right? I mean, you got a neighbor in need, and it stabilizes the community. Weird. So that's my layman's terms of antioxidants and free radicals.
Okay, so I think the part I found really interesting, and I'm going to bait you with this, right? Are free radicals good or bad?
I think that's a term that we really should is a person who does wrong. Are they mentally are they bad or are they good?
The free radical doesn't just do bad.
No, that's my point. I guess they're unstable. Are they bad? I wouldn't call them bad.
But they actually have a good purpose is what I'm getting at. And I think again, when we hear people, antioxidants and free radicals, the assumption is that a free radical is bad.
You threw out the debate. Let's see.
The free radicals actually stimulate healing, inflammation, progress, right?
So they serve a purpose.
They serve a purpose. It's when the antioxidants and the free radicals get out of balance that the free radicals can run crazy, start trying to steal electrons from everybody else.
Right. Oh, and it'll get more bizarre as we go on.
I was under the assumption that free radicals were just bad. And it turns out that I guess they're not.
They're just a state.
The yin and the yang, right?
Right. Everything needs a counterbalance.
Right. So I got the same stuff on the electron. In fact, I had to watch it like more than once.
Me too.
Going, what?
Right. Bizarre.
But at the molecular level, that's all we are, is
molecular beings.
collection of molecules, right? They are. So some of them, they get unhappy and out of balance, and for a good reason, often, to stimulate growth and healing, and reduce inflammation, or maybe even cause inflammation. I'm not sure, but it's to promote healing. But when there's not enough antioxidants to balance them out, we end up with problems. Right. So I guess.
So give an example of antioxidants. So we've talked about free radicals and their purpose.
Right.
Give an example of what are some of the antioxidants.
I'm not sure how to answer that outside of...
where do they appear, I guess? What foods, what...
Yeah. Okay.
What vitamins, what...
So
what?
I'm not sure what the common thread is with the foods I researched, but you always hear people say blueberries are full of antioxidants, and well, it turns out it's a lot of the berry category. I don't know why, but the raspberries, strawberries, blueberries. I had prunes, cloves. A very unique list of, walnuts, pinto beans, blackberries, pecans, green tea. I don't know if that's really true or not. Like, I think of green tea and I imagine like green tea that you brew. I can see that. I don't think that Lipton green tea that you get at the Circle K is going to be full.
Come on, that stuff's pure.
I don't know that. I'm just speculating, right? But then like leafy greens, right? Kale. So I don't know what the common denominator is between all those foods that make them antioxidant rich. I'm not sure I understand it, and I'm not sure I understand the whole key of having oxidation at the center of this. It's antioxidant, oxidative stress, and
oxidative stress. Okay, we didn't even talk about that. That's oxidative stress is just the condition of not being balanced. Right, so you have these cell-damaging free radicals over here, and you don't have enough antioxidants over here, and the imbalance is the state, which is oxidative stress.
And genuine question. That only happens when there's too many free radicals.
Too many free radicals, not enough antioxidants to balance them out.
There's not a negative state of too many antioxidants.
No. Antioxidants, that's a great point. From what I understand, antioxidants can remain unstable and not have an effect. It's really bizarre. Like, they don't have to have a balancing number of electrons. They can do their thing.
Woo! It's the Jerry of videographers. He's a crazy man.
Antioxidants don't. I mean, that's why they can give away. If they got one extra electron, they can go here, and it doesn't bother them. Isn't that weird?
Dude,
so they are the giver.
Science.
Yeah. So in vitamin and mineral terms, your vitamin C's and E's, your selenium compounds, your beta carotenes, your CoQ10. So you talked about the foods. I think you nailed that correctly. In a nutshell, you have to eat healthy, right? You have to avoid things that cause an imbalance and add...
That's where I wanted to go next.
To the antioxidants.
Right, is what causes it.
This
forgive
is another,
the language. But, right.
We probably got to the same spot.
Growth or an imbalance of free radicals.
All right, so we opened that can of worms. Let's go.
Right. The number one reason that I got was when we use glucose to make energy. Too many carbs.
Yes.
Too much sugar.
Yes.
When we feed the body sugar and carbs to create our energy supply, that's the greatest contributor to free radicals.
Okay. There are other environmental factors: X-rays, radiation, ozone, cigarette smoking, alcohol, air pollutants, chemicals.
Yeah. Sugar
and carbs was huge.
Did you say stress?
I did not, but I needed to.
Yeah. Stress. I did get it's actually, I guess, the detoxification of the pollutants that creates the free radical. The body's trying to get the pollutants out, whether it's smoke, pesticides. We talk a lot about, I can never get the word right, Roundup.
Glyphosate.
Glyphosate. I don't know why in my brain.
Glyphosate.
You know how when you're trying to remember to pronounce a word, you visualize it spelled out? Well, I think I spell it wrong every time.
Glyphosate.
You know?
Right.
So, I got this.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Right. So if you're out of balance and you're entering oxidative stress, what are the signs? Do you know? Or what are the outcomes? Maybe is a better
inflammation, redness, swelling. I don't know where you're going with that.
Okay. Well, I bounced all over the place to research this. I probably have 20 different sources because, again, I had a hard time connecting all the dots. And hopefully by the end of this, it's a little clearer than mud. Hopefully Kevin and I don't muddy it further. But what happens with prolonged oxidative stress? One of the big ones is neurological deficiencies.
Okay.
Think Alzheimer's. Think Parkinson's disease, dementia, free radicals.
I'm going to circle this back. You just
you?
Ding, 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 ding
Okay.
me.
Gene mutations. Think cancer. Chronic fatigue, which I'm so tired of that being listed as a side effect.
But
of
I mean,
everything.
when your body's busy fighting all this crap, it gets tired.
Well, but if you have chronic fatigue, congratulations. I have 500 places to point you to start.
I know. Yes, it doesn't help you. I understand, but it's a symptom of something wrong.
Right. And then finally, cardiovascular blockages, atherosclerosis, heart disease.
Let me circle this.
Imbalance of antioxidant and free radicals is a really dangerous thing.
Let me circle this all back around, and it's all making complete sense to me. My aunt had a tremendous amount of Alzheimer's. She had horrible Alzheimer's.
Was it like buckets full? Or?
It was buckets full. I mean, it was just horrible.
Okay.
Right?
She had it bad.
She had it bad. Like literally, she spoke Spanish as her second language. She forgot English, and she understood Spanish. Like, bad, right?
Okay.
Eventually died from it. But one of the things about this was she was extremely low fat in her diet for many, 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 many years. And let me really bring this in, because this is going to be a good one. You and I have talked about vegetable oils, soybean oils, canola oils, and how they're horrific. I did read about how polyunsaturated fats, your vegetable oils, your canola oils, are, when they are heated, they invite free radicals by the droves.
They're very unstable. I didn't know that connection to free radicals.
They're extremely unstable. Right? So looking back, when you connected the Alzheimer's dot, for me, that was huge, because this woman was on a no-fat diet, and all she consumed was these sugars, the carbs, and the polys.
So was this by her choice, or
this
like
was by her
doctor?
She wanted to be healthy, and that's what they taught her, right? Fats are bad. Vegetable oils, canola oils, those are good, right?
Heart healthy.
Yeah. It turns out that your vegetable oils, again, your canola oils, are extremely unstable when heating. So if you go, and I'm not picking on Chick-fil-A, you go to Chick-fil-A all the time and you eat the healthy peanut oil, and all of these, your God's chicken. I love it. I love it.
God's chicken.
But listen, it might not be the chicken or the breading at all. This could be the high heat that's introduced to the oil that invites.
Well, I think the point you're making is almost all fast food, if not all restaurant food,
is deep fried.
Not even deep fried. I mean, there's a local diner here, right, that you ate last week, and they have a squirt bottle of, I assume it's probably soybean oil, because the restaurant, that's the number one oil used in restaurants is soybean oil. And I mean, before they throw the eggs down, the bacon down, the Philly cheesesteak, whatever they're making on that griddle, they squirt that oil all over the place.
Right.
So it's everywhere, the seed oils. And
It's everywhere. And if that's one of the introductions to massive amounts of free radicals, we got a lot of work to do.
yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
You know, it's not the little bit of olive oil and vinegar you had on your salad. That's not heated. So if you want to go healthy regarding the oils, butter, ghee, lard, coconut oil.
Tallow.
Yep. Tallow, lard. It's in the same camp, right?
But they're very different. Okay. No, real quick, lard is from pig, tallow is from cow.
Okay.
It's the only difference.
I meant.
They are rendered fat.
Okay. Yeah, so you should, your saturated fats are very stable. Go figure.
Right.
Anyway.
So that kind of went
that
all
took us on
over the place. It really was. I would encourage any of y'all to go do some research on antioxidants and free radicals. It's I don't want to say it may be at the root of much of our illness, but I do think it's part and parcel. I think it starts with food supply.
I even did getting back to the oils, I even did a little research on it, and one of the articles said if you have to cook with canola oils or vegetable oils, really cook your food first, and then right at the very end, kind of flash your food with your vegetable oil.
So you're not prolonging
prolonging the heat. Isn't that interesting? I was like, but that's if you have to. Best choice is don't do it.
Get your antioxidants. Try and minimize your free radicals best you can. Hopefully that's clear as mud. Clearer than mud, maybe.
I learned more just sitting here.
Questions, comments, concerns, hit us at snackcast@yes.fit.
Stay moving.
See ya.